Needs Repair, a comedy pilot by Andrea Zile Bish. Cold open, fade in, exterior, repair shop, morning. A typical Chicago row house in Uptown. Empty chip bags and other detritus litter the sidewalk in front of the building. Stairs descend to a dingy basement storefront with a neon sign that reads Uptown Audio, home of Mikey D's Guarantee. It flickers a few times before going dark. Interior, repair shop, continuous. The cluttered basement storefront is bursting with equipment. The space looks lost in time. 70s receivers mingle with 50s suitcase record players next to modern DJ equipment. Behind a small counter are 3 workbenches covered in a mess of wires, small parts, and intimidating looking test equipment. Chris, early 40s, Puerto Rican, sits at one of the benches soldering a Pioneer CDJ 2000. His face is stuck in a permanent scowl and his body is tightly wound as if he were winding up for a punch. Next to him, Josie, late 20s, white, stands over him with a clipboard full of papers in her hand and pens sticking out of her hair hastily assembled updo. Kevin, 19, black, is replacing a woofer and a speaker at his bench.
It just sounds like that.
Oh, come on.
No, it does. It sounds like he's saying wrapped up like a douche.
Douche.
He's saying deuce. The line is revved up like a deuce.
I always heard wrapped up like a douche.
Blinded by the light, wrapped up like a douche, another roller in the night.
See, it fits.
Oh, I always thought it was like deuce, like in poker.
I thought it was about love.
I was told it was about God.
Blinded by the light.
Like Saul in the desert.
Oh.
I never got why the apostles needed a pair of aces.
It's deuce. The word is deuce, as in motorcycle. The line is revved up like a deuce. I'm trying to install this pad sensor. So can you please go back to whatever you were doing before you were bothering me?
Who calls a motorcycle a deuce?
Right?
The DJ controller on Chris's bench sparks. Title sequence. Intro to Anita Ward's Ring My Bell. Shots of Uptown Chicago. Pigeons under the L tracks, Uptown Bike Shop, the Uptown Church, the heavily armored convenience store, the glamorously decaying Uptown Theater, a gaggle of guys dressed in tracksuits smoking in front of the liquor store, vacant storefronts with Tresillo Realty signs. Finally, the sign over the repair shop door flickers, needs repair. Act 1, fade in. Interior, repair shop, morning. Josie stands on the counter with a clipboard in one hand and a microphone in the other. She presses a button on a karaoke machine. It starts playing Do the Hustle.
Good morning, team members.
Ooh.
No.
Just your daily reminder to seize the day.
Carpe the DM.
So we better do the hustle. For today is the day to have some fun and get those numbers.
Josie dances a little. Kevin claps along. Suddenly the music cuts out. Josie turns to see Chris holding the plug.
Don't touch the customer's equipment.
Oh, play Wonderwall.
Are you against fun as a principle or is it a religious belief?
Dancing around on the counter like an idiot doesn't finish 50 units in the log.
It's team building. There's no I in team.
She walks to the back of the shop.
But there is a me. You have to move the letters a bit, but there is a me.
Josie flips through her papers on her clipboard.
Recall. I need you to fix the sign out front.
She looks over to see Recall, indeterminably 50s to 70s white, passed out at his bench with his eyes open.
Just a few more minutes.
Jesus, I thought you were dead.
A few more minutes.
Recall. We're open.
Fine.
He lazily sits up.
Are you drunk?
I plead the fifth.
Look at me in the eyes. Can you touch your nose?
I'm not driving.
I don't care if you're sober enough to drive. I need to know if you're sober enough to solder.
Bell dings.
Shoot, here.
She hands him her coffee.
You need this more than me.
Josie runs back up to the front as Recall opens the coffee cup and pours in a few shots from a bottle of Hennessy. Gino, an Italian-American lounge singer in his 60s, enters. Josie approaches the counter.
Hello, princess. How you been?
I had to give my coffee away this morning, Gino, so don't mess with me today.
Oh, good luck landing a man with that mouth of yours.
Recall snorts loudly.
That's a real shame.
Brakes squeal outside. Josie scowls.
Excuse me, Gino. Chris!
What?
Tracy parked in our loading zone again. Can you grab Gino's player?
Absolutely not.
Thanks.
Wait,
Josie jumps over the counter and runs out the door.
Hey, a sport.
don't.
What, you lost your coffee too?
Exterior, repair shop front, continuous. Tracy, late 40s, steps out of a gaudy BMW sedan. She has a spray tan, bright white veneers, and a short bob of dyed blonde hair. She walks to her office, the storefront above the repair shop. Her storefront is predominantly pink with the words Tresillo Realty emblazoned across the front doors. Josie exits the basement level repair shop and hoists herself up by the railing to see Tracy.
Hey,
Tracy looks down to see Josie clinging to the railing.
beat it, Trixie. You can't park in our loading zone.
Name is Tracy, and your loading zone is in front of my office.
We pay the city for that loading zone, customers only.
I'm sure I'll be sure to pass your concerns on to the alderman. You know, we have lunch on a semi-regular basis.
Why don't you drive that gas guzzler back to Lincoln Park, where it belongs?
Oh, you would like that, wouldn't you? Why don't you go to the city council? Screw it, call the mayor. See if anyone cares about your little rat's nest. See, sweetie, only one of us is raising property values.
She goes to her door.
Your sign is out.
Tracy slams the door to her office behind her. Josie drops down and rubs her biceps. Interior, repair shop, continuous. Gino exits. Josie enters in a huff. Phone rings.
Uptown Audio, home of Mikey D's Guarantee.
Recall, fix the sign.
Josie paces around the shop, straightening up. Chris follows.
Josie,
You should have heard how she spoke to me.
hey,
She parks in our loading zone and then calls us the rat's nest.
Josie,
But we've been here way longer than her bleach blonde.
Chris blocks her path.
you can't run out on me like that.
What do you mean?
You can't just leave me with a customer. You know how much I hate customers.
It was 2 minutes.
Guys,
It doesn't matter.
I can't let her park that ugly ass Beamer in our loading zone.
Then call the cops.
They never come, and then we get charged $5 for calling 911.
guys.
Do your job and stay up front.
I am doing my job. Now you do yours. You're a part of this team.
Big talk from a high school dropout.
Hey,
There was a call.
Josie and Chris both look at Kevin.
okay.
Oh, they said they were on their way.
Who?
Kevin unrolls a sticky note.
Mikey D.
Josie and Chris's eyes widen.
Mikey D.
Are you sure?
It's on the sticky.
Why is Mikey D coming here?
I don't know.
They both rush around the shop, straightening papers, throwing away junk food wrappers, trying to make the place look presentable.
Is that the guarantee guy?
Yeah, he's the owner, but he never comes here.
What can I do?
Here.
She hands him a broom. He examines it. She rushes back to Recall's bench.
What do I do with this?
Josie runs over to find Recall is asleep at his bench.
Recall,
Why?
I need your booze.
Why? The cops here?
Mikey D is coming.
Oh, okay.
He hands her the bottle of Hennessy.
And the other one.
Grumbling, Recall reaches under his bench and pulls a bottle of Kettle One vodka stuck to the bottom.
Wow. Double-sided tape held this up?
That stuff can hold a tank.
Josie,
Josie runs up to the front to see Chris frantically looking.
where is it? I can't find it.
Josie dumps the bottle of booze into the filing cabinet, then frantically searches among the cluttered shelves.
Where did you put it?
I don't know. Why is he coming? What did you do?
What did I do? What did you do?
I have no idea. Where is it?
Brakes squeal.
Oh, Jesus, he's here.
Kevin and Recall rush to the front.
Got it.
She pulls out a large frame photo of Mikey D, a balding man in his 60s, smiling and giving a thumbs up while dressed in a sequined cowboy outfit. Emblazoned on the frame reads, Mikey D's Guarantee. Josie places it on top of the filing cabinet just as the door opens to reveal Mikey D, wearing a similarly sequined cowboy outfit and a guitar on his back. He sets a large cake box down on the counter and points to his picture. Grinning from ear to ear, he puts 2 thumbs up.
Mikey D's Guarantee.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for indulging me. I just love that.
Can I get you anything?
Oh no, sugar, you're sweet enough for me.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, y'all are so kind to take a moment out of your day for an old cowpoke.
It's nothing, sir.
Hi, I'm Kevin.
Oh, well, it's nice to meet you, son. Say, why don't we huddle up and have a little chat, huh?
Tracy enters wearing a huge smile.
Knock, knock.
Excuse me.
Just saw your car, Mikey, and I thought I'd pop by.
Well, howdy.
Always a pleasure, partner.
She shoots Josie a dirty look. Josie scowls in return.
I appreciate y'all's time. I wanted to be in person for this.
He pulls out his guitar and starts to strum.
The business has been down and might recently, for a few years, actually. Couple of quarters and no problem, but at this point, you might not say this old outfit is profitable. Well, you know me, I'm an old dog and new tricks don't come easy, so I'm thinking it's time to hang up my spurs.
He stops strumming.
Guess this is my way of saying I'm thinking of closing the shop.
Blackout. Act 2. Fade in. Interior repair shop continuous. Kevin, Recall, Josie, and Chris stare at Mikey D in disbelief.
What?
Just don't know what to do.
What?
It's not all bad news. This is a hot time to sell.
We can't close. We can turn it around.
I'd like to believe that.
We can shake things up. We're a community staple.
This place would make a great yoga studio.
I'm not sure what else to do.
Please, we'll think of something.
Great renovation potential.
I'll renovate your face.
Well, supposing you could turn a profit, I might be open to reconsidering.
Thank you, sir. I'll make you proud.
Well, I brought you all a little something from the missus.
He opens the cake box to reveal a Wild West themed cake, decorated with the words, "So long, partners," and a frowny face.
Sympathy cakes are her specialty.
Happy trails. Now, Mikey, we really need to discuss the finer details of the listing.
Mikey D and Tracy exit. The group stares at the cake.
Whose birthday is it?
Josie closes the cake box.
We're not selling.
And we still eat the cake?
I don't care. I always wanted to go into business for myself.
Why was Mikey D here?
We're closing.
We're not closing. and you can't leave.
You heard him. We're not even profitable.
We can turn a profit.
Great. In the meantime, I'll start my own business. I got a garage.
Where are you going to get your clients?
Sure, it'll be slow at first, but it'll be worth it when I can finally have some peace and quiet.
Knock on the repair shop window. The gang looks up to see Molly, 40s, dressed in an oversized flak jacket, motioning for Chris to come outside.
Is that your wife?
I'll be right back.
He leaves.
This is just like Nam.
I was thinking the same thing.
Jesus Christ.
Cut to exterior, repair shop front. A few moments later, Molly and Chris stand in front of the shop.
Jesus Christ.
Chris fumbles around in his pocket and pulls out a fast food napkin.
Thank you. What do you want to do?
Whatever you want.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll have to leave my job. I mean, for a little while.
It's okay. It's okay.
Chris holds her as other pedestrians pass and stare at them. Interior, repair shop. A few moments later, Recall and Kevin are eating cake. Josie is at the computer. Chris bursts in.
Change of plans. I'm staying now. Pulling the car around.
Molly talked some sense into you.
You want to show Mikey D that business can be profitable? Easy. I'm going to sell the shop scrap metal.
That's a terrible idea.
Well, by the end of the day, we'll have cash in the drawer.
That's a one-time thing. We should look for sustainable solutions.
Like what?
We should take donations.
We could call our old customers and see if they have any other stuff to bring in.
That's a stupid idea.
Kevin empties a pencil holder.
It's easier to retain a current customer than to acquire a new one.
Kevin exits the shop with the empty pencil holder.
So you're just going to bug our old customers? I'll call you when I'm holding a big wad of cash.
Chris slams the door.
Is this red velvet?
Begin montage. Interior, African salon, bike shop, wig shop, liquor store. Later. Kevin stands tall holding his pencil holder.
Hi, my name is Kevin, and I am an apprentice at a struggling audio repair shop down the street.
A gaggle of African women getting their hair braided stare at him blankly.
We need to stay open because there aren't a lot of repair shops left in the city, but there are a lot of things breaking.
A confused bike mechanic stares at him.
And when stuff doesn't get fixed, it ends in landfills. That's not good for anyone.
A group of Korean ladies stare at him suspiciously while combing out extensions.
So help us stay in business because it's better to repair what's broken than to replace it.
Kevin sticks out his pencil holder to Muhammad, 50s, the no-nonsense owner of the liquor store.
Buy something or get out.
Oh, I'm underage.
Exterior, street, continuous. Kevin bursts through the door of the liquor store, pushed by Muhammad. He catches himself and looks into his empty pencil holder. End montage. Interior, repair shop, later. Josie looks through the filing cabinet and excitedly pulls out a sheet of paper. She runs over to the phone and dials.
Hello, Mr. Pickler? Yes, hello. My name is Josie from Uptown Audio. A while back, you had your Maren's receiver service with us? Yes. Well, we were wondering if you were satisfied with your service and if you had anything else that you might want.
Mr. Pickler yells into the receiver, clearly not satisfied with his service. Josie pulls the phone away from her ear and cautiously sets it back in the cradle. She exhales, tries to shake it off.
Okay, so maybe not Mr. Pickler.
Shop bell rings. Tracy enters.
Hello.
What do you want?
Just to pass along the good news. Mikey D said I can get 15% commission when I sell this dump.
I hate to break it to you, but we're not closing.
Oh, yes, you are. And when you do, I'll be shoving my car into your loading zone whenever I damn well please.
So the spray tan finally seeped into your brain?
Now, refresh your memory. Do you have access to the street from the back, or do you just crawl up out of the sewer every morning?
Tracy backs out of the shop. Exterior scrapyard later. Chris empties the last of his metal onto the industrial scale. Errol, 40s, calculates the total. Okay, so should be $40.
That's all?
Yep, $40. Hold on, let me get you some change. Lorelei, we need $40.
$40 for that crap? What are we? Made of money?
I just feel bad for the guy, okay? He looks really sad.
Sad? I'll tell you about sad. Last week, I had to put the nice tampons on layaway.
Chris looks dejected. Interior sex shop later. Kevin walks past a large display of dildos and BDSM equipment towards Dale, late 40s, a balding, skeevy-looking gentleman sitting behind the counter.
Hello, my name is Kevin, and I work at Uptown Audio, an audio repair shop down the street. Recently, we've fallen on hard times, and as such, are seeking donations from the community to stay in business. Any bit of support is welcome. God bless you and have a good day.
He sticks out his pencil holder in front of Dale.
There's no audio repair shop around here.
Yes, there is. It's in the basement unit at the intersection.
I've been here for 15 years and I've never seen an audio repair shop.
I've been here for 19 years and I've never seen you.
Are you for real?
As far as I know.
Okay, hey, let me ask you something.
He beckons Kevin to lean in.
Would you take store credit?
Kevin's eyes widen. Interior repair shop later. Josie is on the phone with another screaming customer.
Sorry, I tried to help you.
She slams the phone down.
Oh my,
Josie turns around to see Tracy standing by the counter.
your customer service is exceptional.
Tracy opens the door and ushers in a small group of men dressed professionally and holding info packets.
Right this way, gentlemen. Now you can see at the moment, the space isn't much to look at, but it has great bones.
What are you doing?
You can't sell a property if you don't give tours.
We aren't selling.
Really? Because Mikey D and I had quite the chat this afternoon. It took a little persuading, but after telling him how hot the market was and how big the offer could be, he just couldn't refuse. So long, partners.
She fake cries. Josie glares at her. Tracy saunters over to her clients as Chris bursts in.
Well, my idea was a bust. I hope yours was better.
Josie doesn't notice him. She's still focused on Tracy. She grabs the cake and walks through the counter.
Josie, what are you doing?
Josie bursts through the door with the cake. Exterior, repair shop, front, continuous. Josie emerges from the basement unit carrying the cake. She has the steely glare of an assassin. Chris, Tracy, and her clients run behind her.
Josie, no.
Hey, what are you?
Josie takes the cake and slams it on the windshield of Tracy's car.
Look what you did, you little.
Josie grabs fistfuls of cake and throws it at Tracy. A large chunk of cake smacks her right in the face.
I'm sorry. The property is not for sale.
Help, police.
Chris grabs Josie around the waist and pulls her back.
Come on. That's it.
You can't do this to me. I lunch with the alderman. Police!
She waves to a cop car down the street, and it speeds towards them. It screeches to a stop.
Oh, fuck.
Fade out. End of Act 2. Act 3, fade in. Exterior repair shop front, continuous. Officers 1 and 2 approach the car. Tracy, covered in cake, runs to them.
What seems to be the trouble?
Officer, this maniac attacked me and my vehicle with cake.
What flavor?
It looks like red velvet.
I'm pretty sure it's strawberry.
Shut up.
Don't talk to her like that.
Whoa, everyone just calm down.
She's right, strawberry.
What started this?
Well,
She parked in our loading zone.
Is that true?
that's preposterous.
Uptown Audio pays for that loading zone.
Meanwhile, she uses it as her personal parking spot.
Man,
It's in front of my office.
Why don't you ticket her?
Yeah, she committed the offense.
You threw cake at me.
She was protecting private property.
Arrest her.
look, I have to be honest with you, ma'am. The law is quite clear on the classifications of dessert as weaponry. Now, if this was a funfetti,
Oh no,
we would arrest her for assault. That flavor can do some damage.
no question.
But a strawberry cake? That's a civil matter.
You must be joking.
I know, ma'am, but the law is quite strict. Now, we'll have to ticket you for parking in the loading zone.
This is absurd. Do you know who I am?
No, but I do need to see your license and registration.
The cops start writing up a ticket. The clients start to leave. Tracy goes after them.
Please, I have other properties, better properties.
And please stay with your vehicle.
This is outrageous. I know the alderman. We lunch together.
Oh, great. Next time you see him, ask him about dessert classification reform. There's a couple of propositions coming up you should probably keep an eye on.
He writes up a ticket. Interior, repair shop later. Chris flips the sign to closed. Josie sits on the counter and eats the cake off her hands.
Yeah, so the metal was only worth $40. Cost about that much in gas hauling it all over there.
Well, at least it was something. My idea might have actually lost us business. So you were right. It was stupid.
It wasn't stupid. I was just being a dick. We're screwed.
We can't mess this up.
Yeah.
I'm not good at anything else.
What do you mean?
I never finished school and I have no other job history. Who's going to hire me?
I'm gonna be a dad.
Oh,
She holds out her hand.
cake?
I'm good.
We can't let this place close.
We'll think of something
Together.
together.
Kevin enters licking a dick lollipop, his hands full of similar lollipops. Dale follows holding a large amplifier.
Whoa, I never knew this place was here.
Josie scurries off the counter, quickly cleaning her hands. Kevin walks back to his bench.
Hey, how can we help you?
Yeah, I need to get this amp fixed.
Great. That's going to be $50 down.
The kid said we could do a trade.
Kevin waves with a mouthful of dick lollipops.
We don't do.
Hey, it's store policy. You lick it, you buy it.
Josie sighs and enters Dale's amp into the computer as Kevin licks away at his bounty. Exterior, repair shop front, continuous. Recall stands atop a ladder, taping up the electrical cord attached to the sign. He takes a swig from a bottle as the sign flickers back to life. End of Act 3. Tag. Interior, Recall's bench, back of shop, counter, later. Josie and Chris stare at Recall asleep at his bench.
I thought you got all of his booze.
Josie picks up a bottle, sniffs, puts her finger in, and tastes it.
God, he hid some Malort in the paint thinner.
It's actually kind of genius.
Door dings. Gino enters.
Hello.
God damn it.
Does nobody read the close sign?
I'll handle it.
Josie walks up to the counter.
Hey, Adol. I meant to ask early. I run a little business on the side. Do you guys have any scrap metal?
No.
Kevin grabs his bag and walks to the door.
Blinded by the light.
Wrapped up like a douche, another roller in the night. Oh, I love that song.
Fade out. End of pilot.